Okay. Good morning. Good morning. My apologies to be here a few minutes late, and it's because I was actually in another engagement when my Commissioner General, who was on the way to come and have this conversation with you, was called into an engagement by the ministry. So accept our apologies, but then we are here and we are happy to be having this insightful engagement with you. Let me first of all say I have been in this space. I've started my career from civil as a CSO practitioner, as an advocate. So I'm very comfortable in this space, and I want to commend the Center for Policy Scrutiny and its partners, particularly the media, for doing this work. It is things like this that gives us the ingredients to work. These are things that keep governments on their toes. So I want to encourage you that we do this well and do it all the time so that together we can help in shaping and building our nation. I bring you warm regards from my Commissioner General, Mr. Anthony Sapon. Permit me to stand on existing protocol. I'm very excited here today to discuss critical issues reflecting on Ghana's tax recent policy shifts, particularly the abolishment of the e-levy, the COVID-19 levy, and the betting tax. It's unfortunate that we did not listen fully, but I have enjoyed the conversations that have emerged, and I'll look at the research findings, and then we can put this conversation forward. These changes, in our view, warrant scrutiny, particularly on the impact and the equity consideration. From our reflections as the Revenue Administration Unit or Authority of Ghana, we are of the view that abolishing this tax may have some revenue mobilization efforts potentially affecting public services and development. Initially, like any person would think, yes, of course, abolishing these three taxes were considered as losses to government. And it puts some pressure on our staff, particularly in our achieving our targets that are always higher than the ones in previous years. But we considered these abolishments, most importantly, as investments into the future. Why do we say so? By scrapping these three taxes on our tax laws, we are of the belief that business burden on individuals and residents will be lowered. And if we back this aggressively with tax education, with citizen engagement, it will help us to have more people come into the tax net to pay taxes and for us to achieve our targets. Let me be quick to say or announce to this gathering that although these taxes, these three forms of taxes, were abolished last year, this first quarter we have achieved 20% more than what we've collected last year. So that brings the question to all of us: does Ghana need more taxes, or we need much more efficient systems to collect the taxes that we have on our tax books? So let me reiterate that the first quarter that just ended, the GRA, under the leadership of Mr. Anthony Sapon, has collected 33.7 billion Ghana cedis, which is 20% more than what we collected when you compare it to the figures of the same period, the same first quarter of last year. I must also say that currently we have about only 19% of our taxpayer population paying income tax, and only about 29% of our taxpayer population paying VAT. So if we all as Ghanaians put our efforts and our concentrations in paying the taxes we have currently, in my personal view, this is my personal view, we may not need to return taxes like COVID-19. I cite and I endorse and support government's initiative and government will to abolish or write off some taxes in our tax books. I have a number of things here, but because of time, I may not be able to go down on my notes. But the simple message I have for you today from our Commissioner General is that let us all as Ghanaians join the boat. Let us all as Ghanaians, the taxes that we have on our books, let us collectively come on board and digitalize the systems. We are not fully there yet, but compared to other African countries, you can see comparatively we are making efforts. From your home now as an SME, you can just by dialing *880# be able to register as a taxpayer and pay your taxes. We are making efforts to make tax payment more convenient for you. You do not have to go to our fiscal offices, stay in long queues to be able to do this. We have recently, just about a week ago, introduced ITAS, which is to digitalize the entire system of paying taxes, collecting your EVAT invoices online, collecting information, and even printing your tax statements so that you are aware of what you are doing and what your contributions are. We have also launched what we call the modified taxation scheme, focusing on the informal sector. How do we reduce the burden? How do we how do you make ease of payment of taxes very friendly? Our approach now is more customer-centric. We have a 24-hour response system now. You can send us WhatsApp messages when you have questions or things that you need clarified. The GRA is becoming more friendlier than to you. We have the whip, but we think that coming with a human face, interacting and engaging with our taxpayer population will be a more efficient way of us all having to achieve our targets. As my learned friend mentioned, Mr. Ejire, yes, transparency and accountability are key issues for us. Of course, issues of corruption, I think I would love to discuss that at another platform when we have a lot more time. But until citizens engage efficiently, if you have only 19% of your taxpayer population paying income tax and less than 30% paying VAT, then where is the demand? Accountability comes with responsibility. So let us enable ourselves. Let us engage ourselves. I believe when you have your penny in the kitty, you will stand up and demand for more accountability because you know how it feels to put your money in the box, and you'll be able to call on your leaders that yes, my money is on the table and you are not utilizing it well, until we all collectively come on board to support the building of our nation. We may not get to our desired destination on time. I wish to congratulate you and call on all available to answer questions or clarify opinions as the time may allow us. Have the best of the day and the session. Thank you.